Greetings, Virgo family members, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a general reading for those of you born in the zodiac sign of Virgo, those of us that are born in that time. And this is once again a general reading for the month of July 2017. Virgo family members, I see where the Spirit has shown me a card indicating that some of you have been acting irrational impulsively, and some of you have been moving a little too quickly. You have not been thinking things through. In fact, some of you have come to the conclusion that the only place or the only thing that you should do right now is to get up and move. And Virgo family members, the Spirit is saying this is not a time for you to get up and move. This is not a time for you to relocate. The Spirit is saying that this is a time for you to sit still for a moment and pay attention, because as you sit still for a moment and wait for the Spirit to tell you what to do next, then there's going to be some financial stability for you, particularly those of you that are of the female energy of Virgo. The Spirit is aware that some of you have received some news that was not so great about money. Some of you have been juggling money, and money has been a challenge for you. But the Spirit is yet showing me that you're getting ready to come to a place of financial stability. Just hang in there for a few minutes, and I'm going to tell you how that's going to unfold for you. Virgo family members, there is a contract or a bond, some type of a contract, bond, or an agreement. It could be you accepting something, like accepting a job offer, or it could be you accepting or receiving a contract or some type of a fulfillment or a promise that is equal. In other words, it's a promise from you to do something and someone's doing something for you, or the two of you are coupling and doing some business together, and I'll tell you why in a few moments. The Spirit is showing me, remember when I told you a few seconds ago about some of you have been acting irrationally, impulsively, and running ahead of your destiny. And the Spirit is saying, problem with that is that right now you're having some difficulty and you are facing some inner challenges as far as sitting still and waiting. But the Spirit is saying that there's a blessing for you by waiting. You have to wait a few things out. You have to wait for a few things to turn in your favor. You can't rush ahead of your destiny. And the Spirit is saying, and when you do wait, you understand. I just heard a phone call coming, and the Spirit is showing me that if you wait a few minutes, you're getting ready to get the information that you need, and you're getting ready to also, some of you are getting ready to get a job or to get a promotion on your job, or perhaps this is a contract for business, because there is a blessing coming that has to do with money, that has to do with fruitfulness, it has to do with work. It's work related. The blessing that is coming to you, Virgo family members, the one that I see so far, this is not relationship, this is business, this is money, this is work. So that's coming to you because the Spirit is seeing where some of you have been rushing, but at the same time, you've been rushing because you're trying to make things click for yourself. And the Spirit is saying, we acknowledge that. And we understand that some of you have taken a loss, or you feel as though things have not necessarily been fair as far as finances and romance, etc. But the Spirit is saying, Virgo, pay attention. Whatever you lost is going to come back to you. Whatever was taken from you is going to come back to you. So what goes around comes around. And the point for saying that and saying it in three different ways is because I need for you to understand, when you go through a period of time when you've taken a loss and perhaps someone took something from you, or perhaps, life has not been fair in your opinion, the best thing for you to do and the most important thing for you to do is to not revenge the situation, not say, well, I'm going to do something to that person, or I'm going to do something and make something happen, and you rush ahead of your destiny. That's not the same as being due diligent or practicing due diligence and working out a plan. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't rush ahead of your destiny. You're getting ready to get yours in a few minutes. Hang in there. The Spirit acknowledges that you have not been feeling fulfilled. The Spirit acknowledges that. It's not, the Spirit knows. The Spirit is showing me a card indicating that there is some assistance coming for you. That's very nice to hear. There's some assistance coming for you. So this assistance is monetary. There's getting ready to be some money either given to you, loaned to you, or a grant, but there's some money coming to you. And usually when this card presents itself, it has to do with an organization or an entity giving you money or providing resources for you. So for Virgo family members, you are getting ready to get some assistance. And the good news is the way the Spirit lays these cards out is because the Spirit sees where the news that you got was not that great about money. And the Spirit sees where you're tiptoeing and toppling over sometime trying to budget. But the Spirit is saying, but that you're getting ready to get like a little breakthrough in a few moments. You've been waiting. And you have to wait a few more minutes, but the Spirit is saying, but there's assistance coming to you. Right now, the Spirit is saying for some of you Virgo family members, don't look for love right now. This is not a time for love. In fact, part of your impulsive behavior has probably related or is probably related to this love that you wanted and didn't get or something like that. And because of that, you're getting ready, you want to make a move. You want to do something quickly. And the Spirit, of course, once again, at the risk of being redundant, is saying, slow down, hold on a second, let me work some things out for you. For some of you, particularly those of you that are the female energy of Virgo, I do see the masculine energy, and perhaps this masculine energy that I see going in a different direction, perhaps that masculine energy was the provider for you. Perhaps that masculine energy represents the masculine energy that has resources, and that masculine energy is going in a different direction. And so perhaps that's throwing your tipsy, topsy-turvy type of a turmoil or this kind of a roller coaster in your finances. But the Spirit is showing me you coming to a place of financial stability. So it's not over. It's not over. The Spirit is saying that you should be mindful, though. Be mindful. Be mindful of things and offers. This is not the job offer. Be mindful of things and people that are saying and presenting things to you that appear to be too good to be true. Virgo family members, when things are presented that appear to be too good to be true, that's because they are too good to be true and they're not true. So be mindful of that. That's a strong energy that's coming through this sacred tarot spread for you Virgo family members, some of you who hear what I'm saying. And I also see where some of you family members are feeling trapped. You feel stuck, and maybe this is what's going on with regard to you wanting to move and relocate. And the Spirit is saying, well, do exercise your options, but this may not be the time for you to move. You may not have the resources right now, although the Spirit is showing me, and I've mentioned that a few moments ago, there is assistance coming to you. So where some of you are feeling a pinch, where some of you are feeling a little tightness around the wallet, the Spirit is showing me assistance coming for you, and the Spirit is showing me you coming to a place of financial stability. So there's some financial stability for you, Virgo family members. Part of the energy that's required, though, during this time is that you need to network, get out there and put yourself out there. Let your ideas, let your feelings, let your thoughts be known. Let your name be known. Let your name be in circulation. Virgo family members, the Spirit is showing me, yes, we acknowledge that you have received some news that was not necessarily good, and that news has to do with it's a mental thing. In other words, you're receiving something that has troubled you mentally, perhaps a confusing type of information that you have received. But the Spirit is showing me also that there's an end to some conflict that you've been dealing with. So maybe this end to conflict and this news that you have received, maybe this is part of the ending of the conflict. So here you are in the middle of conflict, and you get some news and you're confused. It could be a pleasant surprise type of news, where you get some news and you're saying, I don't understand that. What is going on here? What does that have to do? when you get the news and the news sounds curious and different and vague, just relax, because that's part of how this conflict is going to end. And the Spirit is putting these words in my mouth as I'm telling you, because it sounds so interesting to me. It's like a story, but the Spirit is showing me an end to a conflict for you Virgo family members. Also, the Spirit is showing me that on the heels of this confusing energy, there's going to be some celebration. So the energy and the information that you're getting, you're going to say, well, I don't get it. But relax a minute, hold on a minute, you're going to get some clarity, and there's going to be some celebration, and that celebration could have something to do with a contract or a bond that is going to happen for you. The Spirit is saying, move on. Get over some of this loss that some of you have taken. Get over it. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to let go of some of these things, because the Spirit shows me you, those of you particularly who are the feminine energy of Virgo, the Spirit is showing me you not thinking clearly. And I can understand that when you've lost some money, or when you've had a relationship change, or when you've been misled or lied to or something like that, certainly it leads you to a place where you're not thinking clearly. Particularly when you have to wait, when you feel as though things should have happened for you quicker. So with this being the case, the Spirit is saying, hang in there, because if you rush ahead of your destiny, Virgo, you won't be able to handle the challenges that are coming your way. And the Spirit wants you to handle the challenges. And the Spirit is preparing you and preparing the energies and the dynamics and the circumstances in the universe for you specifically. The Spirit is showing me where some of you are going to be, like I said, some of you have dealt with some confusion, but the Spirit is showing me you emerging to a place where you're going to be so focused on your grind. You're going to be minding your business. You're going to be so attentive to things that are important to you, that the Spirit has shown me that's part of the energy that's going to bring you good fortune. So don't rush out there and don't be too eager looking for love and romance. The Spirit is not showing me that as a part of the major energy for Virgo family members for this month of July. And the Spirit is showing me, though, you are going to come to a place where you are going to get your strength back. You are going to come to a place where you're going to feel energetic again. You're going to feel whole again. You're going to feel clear again. It's going to take a few minutes. Virgo family members, some of you have been reluctant to return and get the training that you need. Some of you are looking at things and you're saying, I don't know how to do it, and that's all there is to it. No, it doesn't matter how old you are, Virgo family members. It doesn't matter how many times you try to do it, or it doesn't matter if you don't feel that you need to know it. The Spirit is saying, yeah, but you do need to know these things, and you do need to finish that training. You've tried and you've come close, but you haven't finished. And the Spirit is saying you need to finish that, because that training is going to bring you to a place where you'll be whole. And that training has something to do, or it could have something to do with your health as well. So some of you are dealing with some issues as it relates to being overweight. Some of you are dealing with some issues as it relates to little things in your health that you have not been addressing. So you have some challenges as far as you rushing ahead of your destiny. You have some challenges as far as you not addressing some things that you need to address to prepare you for tomorrow, to prepare you for the next phase of your life. Because the Spirit is saying, yeah, we see you, and we know that emotionally you have not felt like yourself. And some of you are aware of why. Some of you are very clearly aware. The Spirit just laid out 3 cards in front of me, and those 3 cards indicate very clearly that part of it has to do with balance, having to do with diet, having to do with exercise, having to do with you pulling back some of your focus and energy from looking at that relationship thing and we're looking at that partner, and now you have to pay some attention to yourself. And the Spirit is saying, because we see you coming to a place, though, where you are getting ready to do that, it's just that you need to be mindful and you need to allow the change to happen. Don't get on the elevator and push the floor that you want and then try to grab the pulley and pull yourself up. Allow the elevator to do its job. You got on the escalator, allow it to do its job. Allow this relationship and this heartbreak and this lie that you've been told, allow that foolishness to leave your life. And what's going to happen is when you allow that foolishness to leave your life, it is going to bring you to a place of balance. And once again, the Spirit is showing me where some of you are getting ready to get a job, promotion on your job. Something is going to elevate you to a place of opportunity, and that's going to happen for some of you Virgo family members in the next 4 to 6 to 8 weeks. Virgo family members, the Spirit is showing me where you are reluctant to make a choice. Interesting though, these cards that lay out together, they both indicate that you are reluctant to exercise your own options. Some of you feel stuck. Some of you feel as if, I don't know what to do. And the Spirit is saying, make a choice, lovely. Make a decision. And what's going to happen when you make that decision, the decision should be driven by your desires and your long-term goals. The decision that you make, you should look at where you are and whatever you're dealing with, whether it is emotional, whether it is returning back to school, whether it is a friendship, whatever it is that you individually have to make a decision on. Rely on your long-term goals to guide you in that decision. So look at what you're dealing with now and ask yourself, is what I'm dealing with now going to benefit me? If it is not watering my growth, then it is drowning you. And it's not causing you, it's not allowing the sun to shine in, it's not allowing for you to move forward and for you to flow freely. And if that's the case, you do have to exercise and be the master of your path and be the master of your destiny, because the Spirit has given you, talent, beauty, intelligence, or I should say it's given you talent and good looks, and it's given you intelligence, and it's given you some wisdom. You need to exercise it. It doesn't mean that you be impulsive and irrational. In fact, that's the exact opposite of being wise. Impulsive and irrational means you're trying to pop your fingers and make things happen. No. The Spirit is saying make a decision and then put your plan in order and then exercise your plan and exercise your options. And get out there and network and get yourself out in the field. And if you sent out 100 resumes, send out 100 more. And if you've gone through some emotional changes and you feel as though you'll never love again and you'll never meet anybody again, well, get out there where people mingle. The Spirit is saying that you have some beautiful things in your future, Virgo family members. There is some assistance coming. There is some financial stability coming. This is not a time to move, once again. And the Spirit is showing me where you're getting ready to get an opportunity. And it could be a business opportunity. It could be a job. There is something coming. The Spirit is saying, though, do be mindful that you have to complete your training that you did not complete. There are some things that you need to know. There's some information that you're going to have. Virgo family members, this has been a general reading for the month of July 2017. I know that some of this information has brought some clarity to you, and I'm sure that some of this information has resonated. In fact, for some of you, all of this information has resonated with you. And for those of you that would like me to ask the Spirit Guide to give me and to give you personal attention for a 30 to 50 minute private reading, please reach out to me through my email, and that's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Thank you so much, Virgo. Looking forward to hearing from you very soon.